toys come in all shapes and sizes. Just like the people who play with them. Worldwide, it's a multi-billion-dollar business. It's subject to fad and fashion, and the customers are very demanding. In other words, they know exactly what they like. Toy making is a good example of the importance of design. A successful toy is nearly always well designed. We're going to look at just a few examples of toys from Australia, Britain and Canada. We'll see how design is involved at various stages, from the first decision to make the toy, through the manufacturing process, to finally marketing the product. We'll look at an electrically powered Indy racing car, at the Clever Cook oven, which is heated by a car headlamp and actually cooks food, at some plastic foam bath toys, bath bits, and fairly briefly at several handcrafted toys. The concept for a new toy can arise in various ways, but it must satisfy some consumer need, or it won't sell. That need often generates the concept.
This project came about from, well, a client I was working for who manufactures toys. He was already manufacturing an electric car, ranges up to about 6 years of age, and another client of theirs was looking around for an electric car of a different type to use as a promotional tool. They were looking for a race car to use as part of promotion for the IndyCar Grand Prix.
Sometimes the product is already on the market.
We picked up on Clever Cook when some representatives of the company were in America, and they took a look at how in America for the last 15 to 20 years there have been 2 cooking ovens on the market available for a long time.
And there's always room for a new idea like these bath toys.
They stick to the wall, they stick to the bath, they'll stick to any smooth surface, they also float, and the kids have a wonderful time with them.
And perhaps you could also say that it's generated a new customer need, a new activity for kids at bath time. Market research is essential at this stage. It gives the toy maker an opportunity to modify the design concept.
When you're launching a new product, such as Clever Cook, you have to ask lots of questions of children, basically. You establish what sort of children you want to appeal to with that toy, and then you go out there and ask them as many questions as you can think of as to what they think about it, what colour it should be, how much they think it should cost, what accessories they'd like to buy with it, Clever Cook being a good example. And we asked lots of children what they thought about cooking, and whether they helped mum in the kitchen or whether they prefer to have their own little cooker to do things with, whether they'd invite their friends round to share the cakes with at the end of it. And from that research, which was ongoing during the development of the oven, we took the decisions that helped shape the product.
When the toy maker has a good idea of the customer's needs, the next stage is to prepare a design brief. Let's take as an example a possible design brief for the Bath Bits bath toy. It would almost certainly include the target users, young children. The toy's special features: it can stick on the side of the bath, it floats, and it can be used as a simple construction kit. What its shapes might be, its colours, that it's safe, how easy it is to manufacture, its packaging, and so on. From the design brief, the designer begins the working drawings which will be used for the prototype. The early drawings are quite often rough sketches.
So we looked at overlaying the ergonomics of a 7-year-old child over basic profile of an Indy car, overlaying the figure in here to try and get a feel of how it's going to fit in, how it's going to look. You see what I've done is compress the front ends but trying to retain the flavour. Another problem we had at this stage, we were working with some standard components, like the gearbox, which we already had on the existing model. We had to fit that in. And we were hoping to use an existing wheel. This proved to be much too small relatively, so we had to enlarge the wheels and actually start again with the wheels. Plus the wheels are supposed to be different sizes, which we didn't have two ranges of wheels before. We eventually got around this by moulding one hub but putting two different sized tyres on it. We went through a lot of these types of sketches just trying to get the proportions right and think of ways we could break the mouldings, like across here, to get the client's colour scheme in. They had basically a blue body with a white cowl on the front, so whereas normally we might have moulded the whole thing in one piece, we had decided to mould this front cowl separately in order to get the separate colour in there. That was turned into an early proposal drawing just for the client to approve the actual basic idea of what we were trying to achieve. Here we're looking at some of the early mechanical details. This ended up changing quite substantially, but at least it gave us some idea of the amount of gear, to be needing 2 gearboxes, 2 batteries, a general arrangement of how many bits we needed, gives us some basis for our costing. And this was more or less the finalised design. We've lost some of the detail of the early concept.
This is a sort of like an initial drawing which shows the very first idea of what a child's oven might look like. And from that, having begun to make mock-ups and testing bits of metal and just trying to make an oven work, as the mock-ups came to fruition, we began to sketch out what the internal components might be and how they might fit together.
But as the ideas become clearer, more detailed drawings are prepared. At this stage, it's a good idea to build a model, either life-size or to scale. This gives everyone a better picture of the product.
You can actually turn it round, you can look at it from lots of different angles. You can actually feel the sense of space around the thing much more so than you can with any number of drawings.
Technical drawings are then prepared and the prototype is built. When finished, it will be a full-scale working model, but further changes can still be made at this stage. When it has been finalized,